Pilar, no means no. The fact that I got to tell your grown ass that is a problem. No means no. If Kyle told you that they did not want to kiss you while y'all were dancing, why would you then in turn run up on Kyle as y'all were leaving and start kissing them? Why? And then Kyle, I got to come at you too. If you didn't want to, you should have put your foot down. Put your foot down and say no. If you got boundaries, make Pilar adhere to your boundaries. Let's talk about it. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. We're gathered here today for another recap and review of the Ultimatum Queer Love Season 2, Episode 4, Secret Rendezvous. If you guys are brand new to the channel or a returning viewer that is not yet subscribed, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, and then leave your comments down below. Y'all know we are on the road to 45,000 subs. So if you are watching this video, if you can hear my voice and you have not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. All right. Again, this is for episode 4. Okay. Do not put spoilers in the comments from episodes 5 and 6. I have not had a chance to do those episodes yet. I haven't had a chance to watch those episodes yet. Y'all know Love Island takes over our lives. All right, but those recaps are coming. So let's start off with AJ and Marie. So before I get started, shout out to everybody that has some patience with me in the comments with the names. Y'all know some of these women look similar, especially when the episodes are going so quickly. Now, episode 4, we have slowed down the pacing. I got everybody now. All right. So we start off with AJ and Marie. So AJ thought that it was very sexy when Marie ordered for them at the restaurant. And I was like, did you tell her what you wanted or did she just assume? But nonetheless, AJ thought it was sexy. So AJ is saying how she wants to name her first child Jewel. And Marie was like, let's compromise and use that as a middle name so the baby can be AJ the second. I said, not y'all planning baby names. Like, Marie, you moving fast, girl. You moving fast. So AJ then asks if there's anything about them, what they got going on that is scary to Marie. Marie was like, no, nothing yet. AJ said that nothing at all is scaring her. And Maria's like, yeah, but everybody is still on their P's and Q's, okay? Everybody still has their representative on. And AJ is like, oh. Okay, I think that kind of gave AJ some pause, but AJ is also giving fuck person antics too. So, you know. So AJ lets her know that she is appreciative of Marie making her some chai tea and leaving it by the bed in the morning. Little things like that matter to her. Even though she's not a morning person, she said, I was smiling on the inside. I said, oh, okay. Sound like you were being unappreciative and you kind of felt the way about it a little bit later, but nonetheless. So Marie is saying in her confessional that her worst fear was her partner falling in love, but now she never thought about the possibility of herself falling in love. I said, why? Y'all both gonna be married, but okay, girl. Okay, Marie. I think Marie came in head over heels and yeah. We get a quick scene of Brittany and Marita, and Brittany is saying how she misses AJ, but she does not regret coming on the show. You probably will soon enough. It's still early. It's still early. Mel wants Dana to come in the bathroom while she pees. Let me tell you something. The way that Mel is really the villain in this so far, because wasn't Mel the one, if I recall, wasn't Mel the one that didn't want to get married because she has the chronic pain? That's Mel, right? And she's worried about the vows and sickness and in health. You look like you very well capable of being married. Something about Mel. But isn't Mel the one that said that Mel is short for melodrama? Yeah, I see what type of time she be on. So we get to Kyle and Pilar. So Kyle said that they never know what's going to come out of Bridget's mouth. And because of that, like, they really, really love Bridget, you know, because of that fuck shit that Bridget has going on. Said that once they were at a party where Bridget was bored in a conversation, so Bridget started humming. I'm like, that's not funny. That shit is rude as fuck. Cause if that would piss me off if I'm having a conversation and we're talking, and because you are disinterested, you start humming, we'd have had some words. We'd have had some words. Pilar then talks about how she is not there to try to find something better per se, but then she gives this like very weird analogy about how do you want your cake? Do you like if you see cake and this is your favorite cake and then you like a different type of cake, so you only want that type of cake, but then maybe it's that type of cake that you want. Like, how do you know if you like this cake? I said, girl, cut the shit. Just say that you want to get to know Kyle on a deeper level. Because that's what you were trying to do. You were trying to bait Kyle into admitting that they want more out of this. So Pilar starts questioning Kyle, like, why do you want to get married? Because Kyle is the one that issued the ultimatum. Why do you want to get married to your first relationship ever? Basically on some give me a try. That's what I got from a Pilar. I got your shit. I have been saying you and Bridget were full of shit. I clocked that back when y'all were at the choice. But okay, so we then see AJ. So AJ ends up meeting up with Brittany, and not getting home until 1 o'clock in the morning. She tried to sneak in, but dogs are gonna be dogs. So the dog was barking and stuff, geeked up to see her. So the next morning, AJ lets Marie know that she has seen Brittany twice, and that now that she has seen Brittany's twice, it's over. She's now fully dedicated and invested into what they have going on. Now, while Marie appreciates the honesty, she said that, you were in charge of your own grief. Okay? Marie is trying to make it seem as if she's really okay with this, but she's not. Marie is clearly bothered, and in her confessional, she said, I thought we had a connection, but I guess the feeling's not mutual. And I didn't want to laugh at her, but I'm like, do y'all really, and I'm talking to you, directly to you, Marie, do y'all really expect for y'all to come on this show and y'all are cutting off, breaking up with these people? And some of these people have been together for X amount of years. Do you really expect them to go cold turkey and not talk to their ex for 3 weeks? Some people do, but like you had to have known that that was going to happen in some capacity. So Marie is now saying that she is in her confessional, she feels betrayed and she is shutting down because she thought her and AJ had something going. I guess I think Maria is overreacting a little bit, but her feelings are her feelings. So we see Dana and Mel. So they're cooking together, and Mel jokes that, I don't want your dirty fingers on my food. And then Dana said, well, where do you? No, 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 no. Dana jokes that she does not want Mel's dirty fingers on her food. And then Dana was like, where do you want my dirty fingers? I said, oh, ma'am. Oh, ma'am. Y'all are doing a lot. But Mel is cooking dinner, and she went out and bought this $25 bottle of truffle oil just to make some Brussels sprouts to impress Dana. I said, Mel, you are playing with fire. You are playing with fire, friend. So Dana did not think that her and Mel would get along, but she now trusts her, and she doesn't trust a lot of people. And we can see that there is a connection with the two of them. Pan over to Haley in Megan's house. Megan said, look, I feel catered to, and it feels nice. Like I do things for you, you do things for me, and like she feels that Haley is really making her feel special. Megan then talks about how she wasn't taking herself serious, and so her family wasn't taking herself serious, I guess, when it came to her sexuality. So she would give her family a free pass in the past, I guess, to be disrespectful or condescending, whatever the case, but she now wants to put herself forward and put her foot down and on some, I'm part of the alphabet crew. Like, you got to respect it. You got to respect me. You got to respect what I got going on with my girlfriend. And I hope it works out for you. I do. I don't like the fact that Megan's partner is putting her in a situation where she has to pick between her or her family. but that's how it is. So Haley said that she can see Megan's confidence growing and that her family will eventually come around because she was in the same situation where she wasn't taking herself very serious as well. And once her confidence started to grow, her family started to take her more serious. So, shout out to you, Megan. Keep making it do what it do, okay? So Kyle and Pilar. Pilar said that Kyle is not the typical person that she would talk to at a bar because Kyle is so quiet, and said that it's refreshing, but Pilar is used to dating more loud, boisterous, eccentric people. Yeah, because you dating an old girl that got a mullet. We know how you get down. No. You were attracted to old girl with the mullet. Kyle is with Bridget, right? Yeah. So Kyle then said that they were in their head earlier because new environment, new partner, just having to like center themselves. And it's weird to flirt with somebody and indulge with somebody in that way when she noticed she's really with Bridget. Pilar was like, yeah, I knew you were flirting. I could tell. And so or yeah, Kyle is like, could you? And Pilar was like, yeah, I can tell. I got you. So Kyle is like, how are you not in your head with this? Like, how aren't you having the same inner turmoil that I'm having? Like, it's so easy for you to be affectionate and attentive. Like it. I mean, like, did you just come on here to play? And Pilar takes offense to this. I think because Pilar is getting caught out on her bullshit. But it could be that Pilar was just offended. So Pilar was like, no, I feel the same about this. I didn't come on here just for a hookup either. And you can tell Pilar is a little bit offended about that. So Pilar said, look, I feel that if I can come on here, okay, and see myself with someone that makes me forget about my partner, then that is just more telling about our relationship. And I see what you're saying, Pilar. I'm picking up what you're putting down, but it still seems a little fugazi. Still seems a little fugazi, friend. So Dana and Mel. So they're down hanging out by the pool, and Mel or Dana is recalling that Mel wanted some gum earlier, some chewing gum, and so she went in Dana's mouth to take it out and eat it. Let me tell you the way that they probably fucking by now. Because what? What? So Dana thinks that she's being a bad influence on Mel. Nah, I think that y'all are both on demon time. That's what I think. We then see Marie, who's in her apartment. Now, we don't see AJ at all the rest of the episode from earlier, okay? Marie is in her apartment and she's spiraling a little bit. There's a scene where we see her and she proposes to the dog, and her and the dog are dancing. I said, girl, ma'am. But Marie is saying that she saw Mel and Dana down at the pool, and Mel paid her dust and didn't even make eye contact. And now she feels that, I'm scared of losing everything. You know what I mean? I'm gonna lose my business. I'm gonna lose the woman that I love, and I'm gonna lose AJ. But see, this is what happens when you F around and you find out. You know what I mean? Because like I just kind of feel like if you have to threaten and push somebody in the corner to get them to marry you, then you don't need to be with that person in the first place. But you chose to bring them onto a national color television program, okay, to play with your relationship. So that's what happens. So meanwhile, Megan is in her apartment saying that she saw Dana and Mel at the pool, and she feels the way that Dana didn't even bother to speak to her. Dana just kind of looked over at Mel and like kind of made a face like, ooh, there they go. And so she feels that Haley is more protective of her and that she feels more cared for and cared about when it comes to Haley. Dana and Mel are on the balcony kissing and groping and grabbing booty cheeks and everything else. And I said, Lord, it is week one. It's week one, and y'all are going for the gusto. Wow. So Mel is now wondering if Marie is really the correct person for her. I said, girl, I don't know, Mel. You seem awfully smitten with Dana. So Brittany and Marita are in their apartment, and Marita bought Brittany some flowers. She got her some yellow roses, which match the pink roses that Brittany bought Marita. So Brittany said that her and AJ had a closure conversation, but she has not told Marita yet. She wants to really show up for Marita. You know, they were put together by default, right? But she wants to put her best foot forward in this relationship. Truth be told, Marita and Brittany could be a really, really good match for each other. They both want to get married. So we shall see. So they have a cute little date night, and you can see that this is right up Marie's alley. She's giddy, she's bubbly, she's like setting the table for them. They got a whole little vibe going. Ashley and Bridget. Y'all know I do not like Bridget. I'm trying, but I am not a Bridget fan. But they're outside and they're talking, and Ashley is saying how she's been told before that she is not a sensitive romantic person. She said in one relationship she was physically and emotionally abused and accused of constantly cheating because she had other women friends. And so it ended up resulting in that person like throwing a bottle at her head and getting arrested, but she stayed with that person for a little bit longer until they finally broke up because she knew that this was not a healthy relationship. And Ashley reveals that she has never talked about this with anyone else. And I'm like, oh, okay. Ashley seems like she got some stuff going on inside of her. She does seem like a cold person. Like, I don't even think we've seen Ashley smile the entire time that she's been on screen. This is episode 4. So, yeah, this might be what Ashley needs, okay? So then we get to Megan and Haley. So they get a box of little pleasure toys that they're goofing off with, like, playfully hitting each other with a whip, whatever the case. So they're sitting on the couch and they're talking about how they believe that eye contact is a form of intimacy. It is. I believe in having firm eye contact with everybody that I'm talking to. But eye contact is a form of intimacy for sure. So Haley's talking about how she thinks that sex is important and it's an indicator on how things are going between you and your partner. Megan also thinks that it is important to have sex, and that conversation led me to believe that what? They will be having sex very soon. Dana and Mel. So Dana feels that she is like too obsessed with Mel. She basically wants to be in Mel's skin at all times. They're together all times. They're always like everything that they do together. The only time that they are not together is when they are showering, and they like, well, shit, we might as well shower together. So Dana is a little worried about creating a sense of codependency. I said, well, damn, yeah. So Dana said that no matter where they end up, what's going on, she will not accept them not being in each other's lives. So even if they don't end up together, if they go out and they are with other people, respectfully speaking, Dana said, I'm going to always have my Mel. I said, ooh. So they talk about how long they would want to wait to plan a wedding, to have kids, and all that type of stuff. And now, coincidentally, Mel is now more open to the idea of possibly getting married. Marie. You brought her. So then the last scene is Kyle and Pilar. This is confusing to me because I feel like we're missing pieces of the story. There's a lot of nuance to this, and there's a lot of gray area, okay? So we see them coming home around midnight, little after midnight. Pilar is walking in very quickly. She says, I'm sorry, and then she runs into the back. We see Kyle go, and Kyle is now drinking wine straight from the bottle, okay? Kyle is narrating in a confession, or basically like a talking head confessional, and she said that they went out dancing and Pilar tried to kiss them, okay? Kyle said, I did not want to kiss, turned him down, didn't feel right. But as they were leaving, Pilar, once again, after being told no, Pilar comes up and starts kissing Kyle. Kyle caved. This is important. Kyle caved and, kissed Pilar back, but said it was a mistake, wasn't really comfortable with it, etc., etc. Okay. The next morning they're talking. Kyle lets Pilar know, I wasn't comfortable with what happened. I ain't like that shit. Pilar is like, I feel terrible. Do you, or do you just feel terrible that you were rejected? So Pilar now feels guilty because she's like, I think that she feels guilty because it appears that she thinks everything is okay, and she's wondering why she's not thinking about Haley enough. Kyle is like, look, I don't know how to move forward, okay? Because you are not respecting my boundaries, and it feels like we are coming into this with two different expectations, and we want two different things out of the experience. So I understand what Cal is saying. Like, we are clearly not in alignment, sis. This ain't it. Pilar is like, well, you're assuming that I want more and I don't. I think you do want more. I think you do want more. You know what I mean? Like, it did not make sense to me. So Pilar is like, well, I use different words of affirmation for you because that's what you want. You said that you like to hear that type of stuff, so I'm doing what you want. Like, okay, so you're playing the game? No, don't think that I want more from this, okay? I don't want more from this from you. I'm not trying to sleep with you. That's not what I want. But you're saying, so is this a game to you? Because this isn't a game to me. This isn't a game to me. I thought the feelings were mutual. I said, wait a minute, Pilar. Wait. So it went from, let me get my order of events correct, okay? It went from Pilar wanting to kiss you, being turned down, then kissing you, then feeling rejected afterwards, to then saying, well, I'm not trying to get with you or flirt with you, but you're flirting back. Kyle pushing back and being like, okay, yeah, I was doing some flirting, but then Pilar being like, I'm only doing that because you wanted. Kyle being like, this is not what I want. To now Pilar saying she thought this was mutual. Is anybody else confused? Is it me? What? This was a good episode, though. Let me know what you thought about this. Let me know how you guys feel about this Pilar versus Kyle situation. We're missing something. Is it that Kyle feels guilty because maybe Kyle did really want to kiss Pilar? I don't know. And then, like, where did AJ go? Where did AJ go? Let's talk about it down below. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, thumbs up the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.